Hey, we got a map on Tundra. Welcome back to another Age of Mythology 1v1. Today, we have some caribou over here by the blue player. On the right corner, on the right side of the map, we have Forrest Gump playing as Thor. That's Thor, right? Yeah. Starting off with some dwarven villagers. Gonna start getting some gold and making some gatherers. Starts off with the dwarven armory, too, with his berserk. Let's see where he goes with this. On the other side of the map, we have an Atlantean player. Oh, that's Gaia. It's with a new portrait too. She starts off putting a forest on the back of the map. I've seen Gaia players put fortresses right on top of a tower. Makes it impossible to get to, which is hilarious. Pretty good strategy. Put it on the front since your villagers don't have to drop off anywhere. So a Gaia player on the top right side of the map in red, known as Squanto. Squanto and Forrest Gump. Let's start off with some scouting. All right, let's take a look at some of the relics on the map while we're waiting. On the left side of the map, we have improves all units line of sight by 6. That's an okay relic. Line of sight, not that great. I guess I could see the Egyptians using this up for their priests. Not even really. I guess the Norse, they don't have a scout besides their berserk, so maybe it's more useful for them. Anyways, on the right side of the map, closer to red, we have a relic. Heroes do more damage to myth units, a +1 multiplier to them. That's pretty good. That way, especially for the Norse, this one's closer to the Atlantean, so maybe they can make their hero units do bonus damage to myth units. If anybody decides to get myth units this game. We have a third relic, a little bit closer to blue. Caravans are cheaper and move faster. This is a good late game relic. Minus 25% food price and plus 10% speed makes them more efficient. Pretty good relic. And we have increases the hack armor by infantry by 5%. This is at least all your infantry. Although it is only 5%, which isn't a whole lot. I mean, it could matter a little bit more late game, I guess. It's 5%. It's not much. So we'll take a look. Red exploring all parts of the map. Looks like he's got his oracles all over the place. He's discovering his enemy's side, seeing what kind of resources his enemies can run to, and seeing where he can attack. That's my guess for what's going on here. Blue starts building his temple. Blue has not done a lot of scouting, no. He's been keeping his berserk at base, building buildings. And he's been building dwarves to gather. These dwarves do gather a little bit slower than gatherers when it comes to food. Not by much, though. What's this gatherer's gather rate? 0.95? And a dwarf's gathering at 0.92? It's not that much less. So, especially since he's Thor. I think Thor's dwarves gather more efficiently than regular dwarves, if I remember correctly. He's gonna stay at base. He's gonna go scouting with this cursor to see if he can find some relics. Gaia player just reached age 2. Yeah, see, he was doing some scouting to see if he can find some relics. just reached age 2. Let's see what kind of units he makes. He's going to start off with a longhouse. Pretty typical. I think Red just turned into Relic. He did. And he's picking up the others. He's got the Hack Infantry Relic, which I think he took from Blue's side. And he's bringing in more damage to Myth units. Gonna park his Oracle right outside Blue's base. Blue using a Valkyrie to come and harass Red. It's gonna do some serious damage. It's gonna retreat back into the tower. Red coming in with a hero unit. Might do some serious damage. And the Valkyrie gets away. Did manage to do a little bit of damage to the village or wherever it is. Red sees a raiding opportunity. Red's Oracle's in a good position to spot this hunt. He is right next to the town center though, so maybe he'll get a dwarf. There's one. Nope, not quite. Nope, they all get away. And Blue's army's here to clean them up. Red not gonna get very far before he starts losing units. Red loses another Terma. Another one goes down. Reinforcements are here. But Blue's army's still stronger. He's gonna go after this house. Blue has a nice varied army of different units. Red has Terma. And I talk a lot of shit about Terma in my videos because you have to micro them for them to be good. Maybe he'll do some work. They're only good against enemy archers, and they do terrible damage to regular units, or to non-archer units. So, but a lot of players build them thinking, oh, it's a fast archer, you know? But really, it's not going to help your army at all. Unless you go straight for the throwing axeman. Red loses the house. Both players building up their militaries. See what Blue's got. Blue's got a big old military. If he manages to win the fight, he could possibly take out the town center with how big this army is. Red does not have as much of an army. Yeah, Blue's all in him for sure. I I don't expect him to build a second town center anytime soon. He's going to all in with his army, but there's a fight going on. Those Hersers were out of position. These Terma are just getting annihilated. I mean, they're doing damage to the throwing axemen, but they're not doing much. And they're pushed out of the fight. Red's sitting here with his front line, getting massacred. Blue just has more units. A good fight. But Red sees him losing this one, so he decides to back out. Building back up its forces. I don't think he intended to all in, but I think that's the choice he's going to have to make now. He's not building a second town center. He's not booming. He's coming in for the fight. Red turning his units into heroes. A little bit late though. Oh. Squanto victory, huh? Blue decided to give up? I know he was all inning, but I don't think that was the end. What happened here? Blue was still in the fight. I don't understand. I guess he was losing it, kind of, when shown by the military units up here, but not really by much. And he seemed to have been winning the skirmish on over here. This skirmish was totally leaning towards him. Even if he lost the units up front up here, it was no big deal. Anyways, that's how these games go sometimes. Gaia wins. See, Blue was ahead the whole time. He was all inning. He was ahead militarily. He lost some units in the fight over here. This was that big fight, but he was still ahead. And then I guess he lost units here, right? Right before he resigned. But I think he was still in the fight. Red just used a Carnivora. It wasn't going to help him much. But Blue decided that that was the last fight for him. It was too much. Anyways, it was a great fight. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. You can leave a comment providing feedback. That'd be great. And above all else, just remember to have a good day. See you later.